Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Barnabas Brushes. My name is Patrick. I play the character of Barnabas on the Elite Encounters Soul Sever campaign. You can catch that over on our Twitch channel. You can see the banner above me there and the channel in my recommended links below. We play every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, in a Pathfinder 2nd Edition homebrew campaign in a homebrew world called Iota Dream. Here at Barnabas Brushes, I'm painting miniatures on Mondays. I'm painting miniatures for my own personal collection or commission work or things I just need to get off my desk. And on Wednesdays, here at Barnabas Brushes, I'm painting miniatures for the Elite Encounters channel, where we role-play in studio, in person, with our character sheets, our dice, our miniatures, our terrain. Everything is taking place in person, just like old school role-playing game times. So what I'm working on today, a couple different things. I have continuing in my vein of getting stuff off of my desk. I have this WizKids Tyrannosaurus Rex I've been meaning to paint for some time. I've got a slap chop on it, and I've started working on some of the smaller details, working from the inside out. So I've worked on the mouth there so far and the claws. Hey Pelican, welcome. Thanks for coming in. So we're going to paint this bad boy up, and we're using some reference artwork from the Pathfinder setting. Looking at Pathfinder 1st Edition Inner Sea World Guide, there is a really cool Tyrannosaurus picture for the entry, I believe, for the Mwangi Expanse. There's a Tyrannosaur chasing a boat through a swamp. And I'm going to use that color scheme for that Tyrannosaurus Rex because the thing about dinosaurs is nobody really knows what color they were. We have no direct paleontological evidence for their color. We have some idea of some patterning based on some fossil skin and that sort of thing. But I'm going to follow this Mwangi Expanse book, art entry. There's two guys in a boat being chased. One guy is furiously paddling. Actually, both are furiously paddling. They have shot this thing full of arrows, and it's still chasing them through this river, looks like, through this jungle of the Mwangi Expanse. So it's a very cool, dynamic piece of artwork that I'm going to crib off of for my Tyrannosaurus Rex, just because I had a hard time coming up with a color scheme that I liked on my own. I don't want to do the same boring old puke green or poop brown colors you see for dinosaurs like in Jurassic Park. I'm going to liven this up a little bit with some kind of off-the-wall color schemes. The first thing I'm going to do is outline kind of the lighter color skin, which will be the lower part of the the lower half of the torso here, around the base of the tail, and the face. To do that, I'm going to use various speed paint colors. The first thing I'm going to do is take this weird yellow-green color called Malignant Green. It's kind of a zombie flesh green. I'm going to mix this up really good. Yes, there will be some purple involved, believe it or not. Yeah, if you missed the top of the stream, we're going to use the Pathfinder 1st Edition Inner Sea World Guide art from the Mwangi Expanse, where there is a Tyrannosaur chasing a couple archers through a river. Got to mix this color up really well. I haven't used this one in some time. My camera apparently did not like that. So these paints have metal beads inside them to use as like a mixing ball suspended in the pigment. So just give it a good shake. I've also got a lab vortexer that really mixes these things really well, but that's behind my computer and I don't want to be reaching around. Hey Evil, thanks for popping in. Glad you could be here. I'm also going to mix this malignant green with a little bit of ancient honey to give it a little bit more yellow color. And then we might wash it with a brown just to kind of tone down the brightness of the yellow. We'll see how it comes out on the model. This model has a lot of great texture on it. You can see after the slap chop, they can. Jinx, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I get it, man. You're going to be busy a long time. All right, let's try this out here. I keep my colors handy because this is a big model, so I'm probably going to use a lot of colors. Uh-oh. I'm curious to see what you got, Sunshine. All right, I really want to mix these pigments up really well. I might have to change where I have my vortexer on my desk just so I can use it during the stream. Okay. Hmm. All right, I'm not entirely sold on this color yet. Let's try mixing in a little bit more of the green. Cool. All right. Let me get a larger than usual brush because I do have quite a large model here. I want one with a good tip. All right, so we're going to start off on the face here. We'll start with its lower jaw. And we're going to go to right about here, I think, on the face. Thank you, sir. Welcome in. I'm sorry, I assumed, sir, based on the name, but welcome. We are about 20 subs away, Evil. If we can get 20 more subs, we will be on that giveaway. Oh, nice. Okay. That's great. So, yeah, what Evil's talking about there, let's see. Naily, am I saying that right? We are pushing to get to 50 subs here at Barnabas Brushes. If we do get to 50 subs, we're going to give away a WizKids Beholder miniature to one random subscriber painted to that winner's specifications. So if you haven't already, if you give the channel a follow, that'll push us closer to that 50 follower mark. As soon as we hit 50 followers, we'll hold that drawing and give this away painted to the winner's specifications. If you want this to be painted like Xanathar with that kind of blue and yellow scheme, if you want it like a classic D&D Beholder with a kind of a deep red color, I could do that. If you want it tiger stripe, man, I could do whatever the winner wants. So they'll tell me how they want it painted, and I'll get it done. Evil, I don't know. I could certainly try. Uh, I don't know if that would take away from the coolness of the sculpt. I don't know, but sure, like a tie dye maybe. Hopefully, whoever wins that thing is friendly enough to the painter to make it easy on him, right? So Nelly, what we've done here is we've done a slap chop prime on this model, and now we're just going over it with speed paints. The speed paint will kind of go over that slap chop, and the texture will kind of remain evident as we paint it up. Great question, Evil. Yeah, nobody does ask about favorite dinosaurs anymore when you go over. They just it's like they assume you've grown out of dinosaurs for some reason. Yeah, Triceratops is a classic. All right. Alright, I am going to go around some of these weird spots along the back with this green color as well, because I've got some plans. Sunshine mentioned purple, and guess what? We are going to work with some purples. But we're going to play around with some of this texture first. Especially these strange... Not sure what they're going for here on the back with these weird nodules things. Suction cups. I don't know. I'm sure the sculptor had something in mind. Looks like they have some horns protruding from some of them. I want to lay down my light colors first. Just, with speed paints, always do your light colors first. Because if you go dark first, those dark colors will come through with the translucent speed paint. Some really strange texture on the legs here. Yes, Pachycephalosaurus was always fun to say. It was one of the longer names when we were kids. I think my go-to favorite is Allosaurus. I've always liked the theropods, the predatory dinosaurs, but T-Rex was always just a little too oversaturated for my liking, so I liked Allosaurus. It was sleek, kind of more of a cheetah predator than a big lion. Yes, indeed. Sunshine's big on the raptor. Would that be Utah raptor, Velociraptor, Deinonychus? Microraptor Guai, which was a small feathered dinosaur from China. Oh yeah. Did we lose Nayli? They're not in the chat. Hopefully I didn't scare them away. Just laying this speed paint on fairly thick, letting the slap chop under prime do the work. Really great texture on this model. Cool thing about painting big models like this is you can really go to town with the speed paint, and there's no such thing as coloring outside the lines, right? There's no animals don't have distinct, well, you got to color right up to this or it's not right. I mean, there's definite color patterns, like if you look at a panda or an orca or something like that, but not everyone is the same. So if your paint goes, weird places, that's just that animal's markings, right? You can totally go ham on your model and not worry so much about, oh no, I didn't get it right, didn't do it right. This is just a model I've had sitting around in my to-do shelf for a long, 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 long time. In fact, I got it for a Christmas present, like a stocking stuffer. And I just kept delaying it, and finally I was like, you know what? With speed paints, I'm just going to go for it. Mega Raptor, okay. Now, Pelicum, I don't have a specific encounter coming up with this guy or anything cool like that. It's just a project I was finally ready to tackle, wanting it to get done. think I was worried that I wouldn't be able to do it justice. Layer painting it, like I would lose the details of the sculpt. Um, Especially as I was doing larger models like dragons and things, I just felt like they weren't coming out how I wanted. And then once I got really going with speed paint and started painting dragons with speed paint, I was like, oh, I'm going to do my big dinos now. Those are going to come out how I would envision them, how I would want them to come out. Skid. Oh man, that took me back, Skid. Thanks for coming in, Skid. I appreciate you being here. Oh, that was a throwback to high school times. Keep checking the other side of the model to make sure I'm maintaining symmetry. Yes, Eloquim, if you need this for an encounter, just let me know. I've got no problem loaning them out. Oh, I don't think I have any upcoming encounters with a Tyrannosaur. Although the Oracle in my Giant Slayer campaign has taken to summoning in a Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is a real pain in the ass for some of my encounters. But, you know, it's a big spell investment, so I'm sure it's fun as a player to watch a Tyrannosaur eat a giant. Not so much fun as the GM. Alright, there's a lot of texture here left on the tail. They're blending some of this yellow up into the green. Malignant green, that weird kind of, I don't know, snot green. Oh, pardon me. Okay. All right, now as Sunshine was saying, the nice contrasting color with like a yellow color is in fact purple, and the dinosaur in the Mwangi Expanse artwork is purplish. So we're going to play around with some purples. We're going to mix together some pastel lavender. It's kind of weird seeing the mat this small, but the model is So large. This is basically a huge sized model, right? Be a 3-inch by 3-inch size on your battle grid. So this is a huge creature. So we're going to play with some pastel lavender, occultist cloak to add a little bit of darkness, and we might mix in some periwinkle purple to darken up the pastel. First, let's start off with the lightest color, just to see what kind of tone we get with it. Okay, that is definitely going to be too Easter eggy. So let's tone it down a little bit with some periwinkle. For the clog tip, time for a pokey tool. Don't force it, don't squeeze it too hard. You'll blast your paint out into your palette. And then you'll be stuck pipetting your paint back into your bottle if you can. All right, let's test that out. Mix that. Oh yeah, that's good. Pretty good match. Nice. So this is the color scheme from this Moangi Expanse. Kind of this weird kind of lilac purple into this weird kind of Sour Patch Kid green. And then as it goes down into the limbs, it'll get darker into like a gray. That's as it approaches kind of the bottom of the limbs here. You can blend those colors in as they transition into each other. The animals don't have hard, fast stops on their color patterns, right? I'm going to dab in a little bit of a very thin, uh, darker purple to act like a wash over the top of this. Okay, so thanks, Evil. Like I said, as I go down in the lower limbs, I think I'm going to go a little darker into like a gray, dark gray. Not sure though. It's definitely getting darker on my reference art, so I want to try and preserve that scheme. do you think? You definitely need to wash the purple and tone it down a little bit. And the skin around the eyes and the orbit area there, we're going to do a little bit different. This color scheme reminds me of there was a paleo artist in the 70s and 80s, a little bit into the 90s, John Sibbick. John Sibbick used a lot of interesting color patterns and pastel colors and really vibrant contrasts for his paleo art. And then Louis Ray took that vibrancy to a whole nother level in his art. We definitely started getting away from the dull greens and browns of the 40s and 50s dinosaur books that I grew up on. That notion of dinosaurs as big, plodding, turd-colored lizards pretty much started going the wayside. Thanks largely to papers by Robert Bacher and John Ostrom that started describing dinosaurs as very active, endothermic, warm-blooded creatures, not these plodding, cold-blooded lumps. Paleo art definitely took a shift in the 80s and into the 90s. And then, of course, along came Jurassic Park, and then everybody started realizing but this painting in the Inner Sea World Guide, this Mwangi Expanse Tyrannosaur, reminded me of a John Sibbick painting. The color schemes and the dynamic chase scene of the Tyrannosaur. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Sunshine. It's interesting. He almost looks kind of bluish gray on my computer screen. On the Twitch stream, it definitely looks purple. Uh, Interesting. Well, the title of today's stream was Prehistoric Beasts and what was it? Fantasy Priests. And I had so much fun painting the Tyrannosaurus Rex that I never started working on any of the priests, which we know D&D priests. The newer term is cleric, right? So I'm going to set that down for just a second. Let's get a little bit more. There we go. But I was going to start working on the iconic cleric from Pathfinder, Kyra. She needs some slap chopping done. And then I have this 3D printed model of an evil priest that I was going to work on as well. I just have too many projects to do. So this guy's kind of cool. He's kind of holding up a spell book or scripture and chastising somebody. Definitely an evil cultist / priest. But we might play around with him next week and Kyra as well, continuing that painting the Pathfinder Iconics project. Looks like I missed a few spots of the prime here. I'll get that fixed real quick. So we'll be slap chopping these guys up next week and getting some paint on them to go with our Fantasy Priest title. Let the Tyrannosaur dry for a little while, and we'll work on him next week as well. I had a lot of fun painting a dinosaur today, that's for sure. Thanks, Peliquin. Appreciate it. As always, be sure to catch us tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern at the Elite Encounters channel for our Pathfinder 2nd Edition live play. Don't forget to click follow on this channel if you haven't already, so we can give away this WizKids Beholder Mini painted to your standards as if you are the winning follower. Catch me again Wednesday at 5 o'clock Eastern for some more Barnabas brushes. We're going to be doing some more work on those Steamforged Games miniatures. Or we might have a surprise miniature to paint on Barnabas brushes Wednesday. We'll just have to see what's going on tomorrow. There's big things coming out, so be sure to watch here and on the main channel for some seriously big announcements coming soon. Very excited for what's coming down the pipe. Until then, thanks for coming, everybody. Take care. Stay warm out there. Stay careful on the roads, and we'll see you tomorrow at Elite Encounters. Have a good night. Good evening.